Hey everyone, Bob Ranch video. I'm going to be, first of all, for those of you who didn't know, I actually took in horseback riding lessons before I went on the trail ride here. It was 1999, August 1999 through April of 2004. It was called Maura Farm, which was in Ashland. And found out that place shut down a few months ago. And ironically, that place shut down right when I was starting to ride here. So here it is. Yep, that's the ghost of Maura Farm. This is where I took my riding lessons in. This is the barn in which I took the horses and let them up here. As you can see, it's all grown in. So over there, that was collapsing, but that was an indoor ring where I took my lessons at. Some of the lessons over here. I go in, tack up the horse, and then I take the horses over there, which is actually collapsed towards the thing here. And over here was a stall, but that's grown in right now. That wasn't grown in, and there was actually a horse in there. There was a horse pasture back in the point, and this is over here. This used to be a house. This used to be an old house that Virginia lives in. So sad to just see that go. And and where the two houses were, used to be an outdoor ring, and these things here. And yeah. So this only left is a grown-in farm, a couple of ghost pastures, and this crosswalk here, which is just about gone. This is where Virginia Chin crossed over to her from that house, which is gone, to the barn. And there's another crosswalk. Which over here we took the sometimes we are on our outdoor lessons. I take the horse reins out there, and so I tack them up, take them to the house range over here, to this crosswalk here, which is almost nothing left. There's just a couple of paints left here. We're taking them out through this crosswalk, through there, and into the ring here. Part of the ring's gone because of the housing. Yeah. Some of the horses I've ridden here, the first one I rode was Simon, which was a black horse. Then I've ridden Lacey. Started trotting Lacey. He trotted, but he bucked when he cantered anyway. I ridden Angel. A lot of the times it was Lacey and Angel. Sometimes I rid Spencer at this point. But yeah, I started here August of '99 and then ended in April of 2004. And this place closed down 2008, 2009. And it was a pretty good it lasted. So rest in peace, Maura Farm. And rest in peace to Virginia 10. Alright, anyway, yeah, back to Bob Ranch video. And now we're going to talk about gaming here and my thoughts on Nintendo. Rumors that are going around towards the system being weaker than the PS4. So it could turn out, so if it's weaker than the PS4, then maybe I have a hunch that it could be just a $149.99 $149 system with these stupid games here, and but I have to say that look, Nintendo. I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword because the third parties are they. I hate the third-party developers today because, for one thing, I just put some bug spray on there. Really, the bugs are just so. I hate third parties. Ubisoft is just. I mean, they're killing themselves with the horrible things here. But I do believe that I think what we should see on Nintendo is Bethesda and Playtonic. Yeah, Playtonic contains the original creators with Banjo-Kazooie and all that like that here. But yeah, I would love to see Nintendo partner with the company to bring a new Donkey Kong game. Yeah, because people have to understand that Rareware is different than when it was back then. I mean, that guy who produced the great Nintendo games are not there anymore. I think they've gone over here. So now he has Playtonic right now, and I would love for Nintendo to go compare with Playtonic, but Nintendo really needs to make, if it's the NX and if it's a, look, if the NX is like to the Ouya and like this, people aren't going to buy it because, like, hey, if you're watching, like most people who are watching this video on here, you either have a PC or a tablet because they can already play these indie games. So if it's no third party, if it's an indie game, and look, this is not. I mean, This is Nintendo's killing themselves with the next system. I want Nintendo to make a system. I want the NX to be a platform like the Super Nintendo was. All right, like on par with the. It has to be a PS4 style, Xbox One style console because, I mean, basically, you can't. I mean, it just can't. Just. Really, I mean, this is to a point now where, so if they want to be able to provide, I mean, if this is the case, Nintendo, they're dead. All right, they screwed up with the Wii U has been really botched, and I have to agree with the people here. Yeah, it's got a couple of good games coming out, like Mario Tennis, Mario Maker, and Star Fox, but we need third parties. All right, we need to have good third parties. Well, but now on the other hand, third parties are becoming less relevant because I don't care about EA. Ubisoft is right now supposedly taking Zombie U and then putting it to the PS4 because Ubisoft says, "F this, it's not selling well, and we have to put it to the PS4 because it's really the install base of the system." So maybe Sony may be smart because they're launching some glorified students like here. I'm hearing a couple of things about the Vita here, saying that they're now finally getting some games, but Sony botched the Vita royally. They really botched the Vita. I mean, that Sony really needs to create a new model that has 6 micro SD cards. They need to, all right, if they want to have the Vita to succeed, they need to go with micro SDs and get off these proprietary bullcrap cards that cost an arm and a leg to purchase. Look, 64 gigs are still $100. Do you know how much a 64 gigs are now today? I can get them for $30 or $20 SD cards. So I think it's really time for Sony to do that here. But anyway, third parties, well, I'm getting kind of less of importance now. They're really piece of crap companies. Ubisoft is certainly, they're becoming shells of their former self now. EA has struck out. I know that. So yeah, I mean, I think Nintendo is killing themselves if the Wii U is inferior to the PS4. At that point, Nintendo needs to make it at least 4 or 5 times as powerful as the Wii U. As 5 times more powerful than the PS4. I think, showcase the Wii U better and showcase that it is capable of producing the games, and maybe that that like either the Wii U is becoming obsolete technology, or I don't know. They barely botched the Wii U, and I think the NX is now, to me, just damage control. I don't think Nintendo's a bad company. I just think that Nintendo is just not. It's just mismanagement, and that's what I have to say about it. Well, so I think that's what the news is today. Not much news I can think of, other than Ubisoft is now basically saying F you to the Wii U, and like that. So yeah, the JD out.